Hi everyone, this is Susie and today I'm going to be sharing with you my white bean and rosemary hummus. It is a little spicy, but if you don't like spice you can just leave that out. And also I'm going to be serving that with the Engine 2 Plant Strong Crispbread. That's really good if you haven't tried it yet, so let's get started. Okay, so now we're going to place the ingredients in the food processor. I use my small one because since it's not too much, this blends a little bit better. But you can use anything that you have. So I'm going to put in here about 1 cup of my white cannellini beans that I have rinsed really well under cold water. And I just strained those and I'm going to add that to my food processor. And then I'm going to add anywhere from 1 to 2 cloves of garlic. That is to your taste. You can add less or more. And I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And I also sometimes add a little bit of the lemon zest, maybe like half of a lemon, the zest of half of a lemon or so. That's up to you. It tastes really good with it. And I have 2 tablespoons of water. So I'm going to blend this first because I want the garlic to mix in really well before I add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so I blended everything that I put in there. I'm just going to see if it needs a little more. It does need a little bit more. So I'm going to scrape that really well, so that everything gets nicely blended. Because sometimes when I add the tahini before I do the garlic, because the tahini is so thick, sometimes I have trouble getting it to blend really well. So you're just gonna, you know how to do this, right? Just do that until it's smooth. One other thing is that originally, instead of adding 2 tablespoons of water, I used to do it 1 tablespoon of water and 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. So if you still eat oil and you wanted to add the oil, that would be the ratio: 1 tablespoon water, 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. If you don't do oil, then it is 2 tablespoons of water. Okay? And then to this I'm going to add now the tahini. And this is a tahini that I buy at Whole Foods, I believe I got this. And all it is sesame seeds ground up. Okay? And I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of the tahini paste. And I'm going to add some cracked pepper. That is according to your taste. And now I'm going to add half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of hot chili powder, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of turmeric powder. I will have the ingredients in the description box below. And the chili powder that this is extra hot chili powder. I get this at the Indian store. So if you just go there, they have hot chili powder and they have the extra hot. I buy the extra hot, but you can do whatever chili powder you have. And all it is, it's like ground chili. It's not the chili you use to make chili. It's just like the ground chilies that they have at the Indian store. If you don't have that or use that ingredients, you can add some cayenne pepper or just leave it out if you don't like any spice added to that, or maybe some paprika, things like that. And I add the turmeric just for like the color. I like the color that it gets with the little bit of the turmeric. And now we're going to blend this up again, okay? Okay, so that's the color. I really like the color. That's why I put the turmeric in there. And you might need to scrape down your little processor a couple of times and mix it in again. And then also you can adjust your seasonings at this point if it needs more salt, pepper, lemon juice, whatever you like. And like I always tell you guys, always try it with a little tiny bit. If you're not sure you're going to like something, put it aside, add it add that ingredient or a couple of ingredients to it. Try it out. If you like it, then add it to the rest of the batch. That way you don't mess up your entire batch. Okay, so now I'm going to transfer this over to a bowl. Okay, so now I'm going to chop up the rosemary, and I just use a tiny bit of it. So, and I do it like, I chop it like super like finely, like extremely fine, because since it's so strong, I don't want to, you know, have big chunks of it in there. And I think I end up putting in there like maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon to 1/4 of a teaspoon. And let me see if you can see how small this is. Let's see how small that is? That's like super fine, okay? So the other thing that I do is, and sometimes I find it easier to chop, I will wash my rosemary, and then I will cut it in a smaller piece, and I'll put it in like a jar, and I will seal that, and I'll put it in the freezer, and it will last in the freezer for like about almost a year, like 9 months to a year. And whenever I use it, that way, like in the winter, if I need rosemary, I'll just like take it out like this, as if this was frozen. I'll take it out, and I'll just start chopping it, and I use it for my hummus. And it is perfect, or you can use it for anything that you like. You just have to like let it dry completely so that it doesn't have any moisture and stuff. And then you put it in there and you store it in the freezer, and you have it there for whenever you need it. And now I'll add that little pinch of rosemary. I'll mix it in. And now we will serve it with our crackers. Okay. So, like I told you, these are the crackers that I like to use with my hummus. They're the Engine 2, and I get these at Whole Foods. And they come in a packet like this. Oh, and the other thing is that if for some reason you don't like rosemary or you don't have rosemary, you can also add like a pinch of ground cumin instead. And it also gives it a really good flavor. And I don't think it was even 1/8 of a teaspoon. I measured it. I mean, I kind of measured it with a teaspoon, and I think it was like a pinch. It was just like, you know, just grab a tiny pinch of it, mix it in there, and see if you think it needs more, just add more. Okay, and this one is really great because it has a whole bunch of seeds and things like that, and they're really crispy, so they hold up really well. And that's all I do. Like, I will put it in my cracker and give it a try. This is so good. These are the ingredients in there. See if you can see them. So it goes really well with the hummus. If you guys want to try it out, I suggest that you do, because they're really good. I really do recommend these. I think there's like 3 or 4 different flavors, but this is the one that I like. Okay, so there you have it. That is my white bean and rosemary hummus. I hope you guys like it, and let me know what you think. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye bye.